What's up, you guys? It's your boy Bill Bahari here, representing Bahari Nation Sports Podcast. Much love to the entire LDBC and the entire basketball community. Don't miss Game 5 of the NBA Finals tonight at 8 p.m. Central Time, on ABC. I'm sorry, Game 6, I should say. Game 6. The Lakers are still up 3-2, and they still got a chance to wrap up their 17th NBA championship, but the Heat will try to look to force a Game 7 this week. So we'll see what happens tonight, but don't miss Game 6. But I wanted to personally talk about this issue here, okay? Now, what's been going on around here, guys, is that I'm going to show you the picture real quick. Danny Green's fiance has been receiving death threats in the wake of the missed three-pointer that Danny Green had in Game 5, okay? Now, you guys heard me about my criticism about the play, okay? Now, keep this in mind. I keep things basketball related, okay? Now, do I agree that had an opportunity to go to the free throw line or had an opportunity at a wide open lane despite three guys all over him? Yes, I'm still on that stance. Okay, he should have never have passed it up. All right, but that's just my opinion on the matter, and I'm gonna stick to it. But that has nothing to do with this issue. Okay, what's been going on around here, guys, is that we've been seeing a lot of self-entitled LA fans that has just been going on social media, thinking that they're bigger than what they are, and they try to go in there and try to stick the chest out, but they're too afraid to say it to the athlete's face. Remember, a few weeks ago, there was a petition running around that Kyle Kuzma should even winning a championship, should not receive a championship win because they basically call him a fuck boy. Really? Are you seriously gonna do that? Hmm? This is why I don't take you fans very, very seriously because at the end of the day, you guys are self entitled pieces of work. All right. Now, in the aftermath of the missed three, okay. Now I look back at the play multiple times. Okay, Danny Green caught the ball in the lower abdomen area instead of chest high in his shooting pocket. If LeBron would have made the pass chest high up into his shooting pocket, that's enough time for Danny Green to set his feet and get a better opportunity at a better looking shot. But hindsight's 2020. Okay, he had the shot and he missed it. And remember, Markeith Morris had the rebound, and Danny Green was calling for the basketball. And I wanted to personally shout out to Lewis Sports Network for pointing that out. Remember, he pointed this out in his video, and I totally agree with it 100%. Markeith Morris had the ball in between the paint, right? And he could have passed it up to Danny Green for another opportunity. But what does he do? He turns the ball over. Let me show you a picture about this, okay? Let me show you this picture real quick. All right. Now this is a standstill picture, right? There's a shot right there. All right. He caught it in the lower abdomen area there. All right. Now when you look at that shot there, okay, caught it in the lower abdomen area there, and then basically missed the three. Now you guys remember the play. Markeith Morris had the rebound. All right. Markeith Morris had the rebound and turned the ball over. All right. He turned the ball over instead of passing the ball up back to Danny Green for another opportunity to hit the shot. Right. So when you look at both of these situations, okay, when you look at both of these situations, okay, it's really repetitive to the fact that the Lakers had unbelievable opportunities of to close to win the game, right? But he made a critical mistake at the most opportune time. All right, as I'm going to load up the photo in just a moment here, okay? But the point I'm trying to make, y'all, is this, okay? Danny Green missed the shot. Big deal. All right. There's been many times where great players pass up their opportunity to take the shot, right? And he made a mistake, and that happens. I mean, that just happens in basketball, all right? But to cross the line and you see death threats, I mean, it's ridiculous. Now let me show you the photo here. I'm gonna show you the photo right here. Okay. There's Markeith Morris, right? Now you look at the play right here. Okay. Markeith Morris is right there at the left elbow area, and Danny Green was right wide open, right behind him. If Markeith Morris would have turned it around and passed up the ball to him, Danny Green had a better chance of taking that shot. But instead, he turned it over. All right, and I don't see a lot of LA fans criticizing Markeith Morris or even so-called giving him death threats over that mistake. All right, because that was even a bigger mistake than Danny Green's missed three. All right, great. Sometimes you make shots and you miss shots. That's why we call it a make a miss league. And so I'm not going to go sit here and criticize Danny Green about that. All right. He missed the shot. Big deal. All right. But let me tell y'all this, okay, as I put up his fiance's photo here, right here. Okay. Let me tell y'all this. All right. Y'all LA fans are some of the most self entitled pieces of shit. All right. And yes, I'm going to be swearing in this case because listen, let me tell y'all something. All right. It's one thing to criticize one of your own players for a missed shot and another one to criticize for over a turnover. All right. Those things happen. All right. But it's another thing to step around and basically calling out death threats to to the person's family, fiance, fiance, or even wife or kids. Like, man, let me tell y'all something. All right. Y'all are not fans of basketball. Y'all are not LA fans. All right. Y'all are some self bandwagon crazy stuff fans that's looking to try to create some tension for yourselves. All right. I cannot stand. I'm not taking you guys seriously. I can't stand y'all. All right. And it's easy to do it on social media. All right. But it's another thing to do it to somebody else's face when you know that you have a less of a chance of doing any physical harm, and more importantly, that you were going to face physical repercussions over that. All right. And this ain't the first time this happened in sports. All right. I remember in 2016 when Steph Curry took responsibility for blowing that 3-1 lead in the NBA Finals against the Cleveland Cavaliers. All right. Did you all remember that Aisha Curry and his kids received death threats in the wake of that blown 3-1 lead in the 2016 NBA Finals? I mean, it's one thing that Steph Curry took responsibility for. I mean, he was man enough to take responsibility of how he performed. But it's another thing for all these self entitled bandwagon fans to basically post up death threats. Are you kidding me? I mean, people don't understand how that affects the athlete. I mean, I remember I just yesterday I was watching an old ESPN show called Top Five Reasons You Can't Blame Mitch Williams for blowing that 1993 World Series. All right, let me tell y'all something. Okay, do y'all remember after he blew the Game 4 game against the Toronto Blue Jays that in the wake after the game he was basically receiving death threats through crazed up idiotic Philadelphia fans that were angry of how he performed in that game? Like, listen, it's a game, y'all. It's a sport. You're not out there, playing your sport. And besides, you wouldn't have done anything about it either way because you've never been in that position before in your pathetic life. All right. Let me tell y'all something, okay? I criticize players on basketball related things. All right. I keep things basketball related. I will never ever on my channel or any walk of life basically post up death threats or even take things even personal because what does that do? Absolutely nothing. All right. And then I'm gonna tell you all this. The one guy that I criticize even more than LeBron is James Harden. All right. But I will never take that line with him as a man. All right. Because listen, here's the thing. I criticize James Harden when it comes to basketball related stuff on the court only. All right. And it can keep things on the court. All right. But it's another thing for basically crazed up, idiotic fans to pretty much sit up in here and try to pose their so-called will on these athletes. Let me tell y'all something, okay? I swear to you, this is one of the big reasons why I have never been into an NBA game up until last year. Okay, I have not been to any NBA games in a long time. You know why? Because I'm tired of these idiotic fans who get drunk as hell and basically swearing at the players and calling them every single name under the sun. All right. You know why? You know what? You know what's gonna happen if this continues? I promise y'all. If this kind of level of behavior continues, I promise y'all, we're gonna have another repeat of what happened at the Mouse at the Palace in 2005. All right, and I'm not gonna have any sympathy for them fans. All right, when they basically start throwing objects or basically saying some horrible, stuff to the players. All right, I'm gonna have no sympathy for them, and I will support the players for basically going back at them. Yes, I said it. That's right. Because let me tell you something. You should never take it that far with a player or with a professional athlete for that matter. NBA, NFL, NHL, MLB, don't matter. All right. If you try to cross the line with a professional athlete, be ready for the smoke that comes with it. All right. You don't know how an athlete reacts. All right. LeBron James, always restrains himself because he's the face of the NBA. But if he decided to take the Ron Artest route, all right, be ready for the smoke that comes with it. All right. Listen, y'all, 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 some y'all LA fans are just self entitled pieces of work. All right. And a lot of y'all are not LA fans. You're not even LeBron. You're basically are not LeBron fanboys. Y'all are just people that are just wanting to create some, clout and attention for yourselves. All right. And y'all some cowards. All right. And also congratulations to Danny Green for, for his engagement there. Wish him nothing but the best in his future. All right. But let me tell y'all something. Okay. The next time y'all want to throw some death threats, all right, y'all got to look at yourselves in the mirror and think, what are you doing for your life? All right. You're not being paid millions of dollars to basically to play the sport that you love. All right. You want to be this. A lot of you guys are failures in life. All right. You're still working a 9 to 5 job. All right. Y'all trying to pay y'all bills. Y'all have like family issues in your life. And you want to sit here and try to crit and basically call threats on an athlete. You guys are a bunch of cowards. All right. And this is why I've been hesitant, been kind of against the Lakers of winning a championship because of these kind of fans, not the players, but the fans. All right. But tonight, Game 6, the Lakers have another opportunity to close out the series. But if they don't, we're going to Game 7, and things are gonna be so much different in Game 7. I'm gonna tell you all that right now. But the point is this. All right. You fans are a bunch of fucking cowards, and y'all don't have your heads right, okay? And y'all would not be doing the same thing. And would not be saying the same thing if you were in Danny Green's position, and you wouldn't be able to hit the shot anyway, even if you had the opportunity to be in his position. So cut the bullshit, all right? But tell me what y'all think in the comment section. Peace.